So now, with the position of the governors and other PDP members, are we going to see that NEC? Is it even going to happen? Let's start with that before we talk about a chairmanship position.
Well, because the PDP is a party guided by law, I'm sure the NEC meeting will hold. What I won't do now is to preempt the decision of the NEC. But the best I can say is that the party must follow its own rule. The party constitution says in an event of a vacancy, that position must be replaced by an officer from that zone. Iyorchia Ayu is from the North Central. Ordinarily, an officer from the North Central would have taken over the office of acting national chairman. But one way or the other, the party handed it over to Damagum, who is from the Northeast. And because the party is guided by rule of law, NEC will meet. If they don't meet today, they must meet in the near future. The Governors Forum has appealed that instead of February 5th, originally scheduled, that it should be shifted to sometimes in March. I'm sure the NEC will meet. The NEC will do the needful. If it is necessary at the NEC meeting that Damagum should go and an officer from the North Central take over, the NEC will do it. I believe that the necessary thing must be done in that NEC meeting. NEC will hold. Nobody can strangulate the party. If they cannot, forever, they can't.
All right. It then brings us to the estranged lawmakers led by Martin Amaewhule. We note that they run a parallel assembly in Rivers State. And I started by telling you how at the initial time there were talks of defecting when that announcement was made on the floor of the House and the letters were read, and then we saw all what happened subsequently. The office of National Secretary was one that was raised. Eventually, it was not reason enough because perhaps many felt the crisis was not as deepened as it is now. And afterwards, they had gone to court, and there are videos of Martin Amaewhule after a court judgment saying they never defected, they never went anywhere, which means for them, they haven't defected. Would it be out of place if they now say that there's a crisis in the PDP, hence they want to defect now?
No. The issue then and the issue now are not the same. The issue then when they defected was that there was no crisis in the party, no division in the party. The office of the National Secretary then was not even in contention. The court judgment that removed the Ayawu was just a recent one. The issue now is that Samuel Ayawu is no longer the secretary. It's not even a matter of crisis.
So they've always said that they did not defect. That's what I'm saying. So in that sense, if they now come out now and say they are defecting because of this crisis, would it hold water?
They have defected. How many times will they defect? They have defected already. Defection is defection. They have defected. And the issues are before the court. I'm sure at the appropriate time, the court will give its ruling. There is no way they can return to them and say they are defecting. They are no longer in PDP. I have said this over and over and over. Except they will defer from the All Progressive Congress back to the PDP. If it is from the PDP to the All Progressive, they've done that already. That is already history. It's already history. If they are telling us that they want to defect from All Progressive Congress today back to the PDP, they are free to do that. They are at liberty to do so. They're telling us that they want to defer from PDP to the All Progressive. It's a lie. They are not members of our party. They are not members of PDP. They have defected. The issues are before the court. The court will one day do the needful.
All right. We have a short commercial coming, so we are going to take that break and then come back. We'll go to the phone lines and get the questions of many others. And most importantly, we'll also get your response to one more question, which would be whether the PDP has what it takes to discipline its erring members, those members he feels have engaged in one form of anti-party activity or the other, and as such should not be in the party. Does he have what it takes to suspend or discipline them? Well, that's a question I'll need you to respond to. And we'll also talk more about the PDP in Rivers State in your capacity as acting chairman. What's happening? Do we still have the back and forth over who is in charge of the party? All of that will follow after the break. In the meantime, those who are listening can be part of the conversation on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH or send in a WhatsApp message responding to that question. Stay with us.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, then the conversation continues. The time is 8:08. My name is Ifeemi Andrew, and I am speaking with the acting chairman of the PDP in Rivers State, Honorable Robinson Ewor. Sir, thank you for staying with us. Welcome again. All right, before we go on to the phone lines and take questions and response from the listener, remember on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the handle. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. So you can send in your questions and respond to the question we asked before the break. I'm going to repeat it for my guests to start with before we go on. Mr. Ewor, does the PDP have what it takes to discipline erring members? We've heard of a disciplinary committee that was set up. I mentioned that last year at NEC, that committee was set up. But then we really didn't hear much about it. But then there have been talks of anti-parties. In fact, to be direct, a lot of people have not really been direct about it. Most people, when they say it, are referring to the FCT minister, who has openly said, even in 2027, he's going to support the president, Bola Tinubu, who is in the APC. And there are many Nigerians that have wondered why the party has not been able to take actions and discipline its members who have involved in that activity. So, do you think that it does have the capacity to do it?
Thank you very much. The party has what it takes to discipline erring members. You know, the issue of discipline is at different layers. We have actions that can be taken at the national level, zonal, state, LGA, and ward. The real issue of discipline is taken at the ward level. And like I said, that we at the state level, now that we have taken over, we are prepared to heal the wounds, the injuries that they have inflicted on the party. We will set up disciplinary committee that will look into cases of anti-party activities from the 2023 general elections up to date. At the ward level, for those that deserve to be expelled from the party, we will expel them. For those that deserve suspension, we will suspend them. And for those whose cases are not serious enough, we will leave them in the party. We'll send them away from the party. Just watch out the next few days or weeks. We'll put up disciplinary committee at the different levels, at the state level, to take care of issues of anti-party activity. Members that have involved in issues that have brought the party to disrepute, we will discipline them.
Are you in other words saying the possibilities of whether the FCT minister could be suspended or expelled from the party at the ward level upon those committees finishing their job and he's found guilty?
We will look at his activities from the 2023 general election up to date. If he requires expelling him, we will expel him from the. He's not the founder of the party. So why would somebody feel that he's above the party? He's not above the party. If his case is such that we will expel him from the party. If he requires suspension, we will suspend him. It's just for us to put up the necessary machinery at the ward, LGA, and state level that will be in line with the party constitution. We cannot walk outside the party constitution. We must walk in line with the party constitution.
Will that also involve your predecessor? Would you be looking at, he was just recently, before you became acting chairman, was in the capacity
we are
of
looking
chairman
at
of the party.
every party member that is involved in anti-party activity one way or the other from the 2023 general election up to date. Whether it's Chukwuemeka Iron, whether it's Martin Samehule, whether it's the FCT minister, we will look at their cases. If they require expelling them, we'll expel them. If they require suspension, we'll suspend them. The party has what it takes. We have the constitution as our guide.
How would you respond to many that would look at that and say it is maybe some political vendetta or witch hunt?
It's not about political vendetta. We all live in the society here. We are in Rivers State here. We are in Nigeria. What they do, what they say, their actions daily. People see, people know. And besides, we won't walk outside what the law says, outside the constitution. We will be guided by what the law says, by the constitution of the party. It's not about politics. This is about looking at clear cases of anti-party activities, clear actions of individuals, members of the party that have taken action, done things that have brought the party to disrepute, done things that have brought pain, injury, disunity among party members. We will do so.
All right. Let's take a few messages on Facebook before we open the phone lines. Remember, the numbers to call are 0817 923 0007, 0817 923 0002. Again, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0007. So, Samuel Lanyamu is just buying time. He knows he's lost his seat. What he's doing now is what I describe as try your luck. Thank God Ability sent that one in. OG Gospel says, why are you guys doing everything wrong? Robinson Ewor is not Rivers State PDP chairman. PDP chairman is Chukwuemeka Aaron, and Rivers PDP is solidly behind him. Ewor claimed to be the chairman, but is not allowed to go to the party secretariat. That's a joke taken too far. Okay, I would like you to clarify this, because some people also said which election brought you, which appointment, or which what. If you don't, I know I've had a conversation with you where you were live in the studio trying to explain how the party constitution works and how you became how you got to the role of acting chairman of the party. So, do you mind responding and clarifying that so people get like an understanding? What does the PDP say about this situation that we have now? What does the party constitution say about it?
Okay, in brief, who were elected state officers of the party in 2020? By March 2024, we served out our tenure. And the party at the center says, through a mail addressed to Aaron Chukwuemeka Aaron, who took over from Desmond Akawo as acting chairman. Desmond Akawo resigned to pick up an appointment at Abuja, and Aaron Chukwuemeka took over as acting chairman. The mail from Abuja was addressed to Aaron. Please let those that have served out their tenure, continue in acting capacity for a period of 3 months. Instead of Aaron Chukwuemeka to uphold to the directive of the party, Aaron Chukwuemeka changed nearly half of the ESCO and then introduced new members. This was the foundation of the crisis. Based on this, court cases was instituted. And within the same period, court says, please, there was time for congresses. The court says, do not conduct congresses until we resolve the issues before us. Aaron Chukwuemeka and co, led by the FCT minister, went ahead to Congress to conduct congresses in disobedience to court ruling. And today the court has finally given its verdict that everything Aaron Chukwuemeka has done, everything the FCT minister has done, was a nullity. The court has voided the congresses they held. And by virtue of the mere fact that our ESCO speaks of it, I'm the most senior officer to take over the reins of power. I have taken, Aaron Chukwuemeka took over from Desmond Akawo in acting capacity. I have taken over from Aaron. It's not about Congress. It's about what the party constitution says. The party constitution doesn't allow a vacancy. So that the man that sent the mail, he should go and read PDP constitution. I'm not even sure he's a member of PDP. If he's a member of PDP, he will know what PDP constitution says. All right,
let's go to Elele. Emeka is on the line. Emeka, good morning. Hello, Emeka, can you hear us? Good morning.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, Emeka. Go on.
Yes.
Emeka, we can't hear you.
Hello, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead, Emeka.
So let me greet the
Emeka, unfortunately, we'd have to move on. I think we'll get interruptions from your end. I'm pretty sure your service providers.
I'm hearing you.
But you're breaking at this end. We can't hear you make a complete sentence. So that's where there's a problem.
Hello, I can hear you clearly.
All right, go on.
So I want to commend the acting.
Apologies, Emeka. We have to move on. Same situation. Muriel is in Okrika. Muriel, good morning.
Hi, Femi, good morning.
All right, go ahead, Muriel.
And I just said this. Look, Femi, it is unfortunate what is happening in the PDP. Femi, I weep because for some of us that are sympathetic to the PDP in a way, and it is so discouraging. It is so discouraging, honestly. But I want to ask that a national secretary that knows, that is very learned, that knows the constitution of the party to the letter.
Hello, Muriel. Muriel, we can't hear you just there. We have to move on. The phone lines are really, really acting up this morning. Ezekiel is in Ubimini. Good morning.
Good morning, Ifeanyi Andrew.
All right, go on, Ezekiel.
Greetings to your guest in the studio. Ifeanyi, I have a question for your guest.
Go on.
I want to ask, how comfortable is he seeing the governor of Rivers State ruling the state with opposition LGA chairman? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. You heard the question, I'm sure.
Yes.
All right, you'd respond. Let's take at least 2-3 more calls, and then we'll come back to that. God's Power and Rumudara, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Go on, God's Power.
Yes, my name is Ayaba God's Power. It is very unfortunate that we joke too much in this part of the world. As the purported PDP chairman in your studio, who appointed him? Was it the national NWC? Was it the NWC, or he appointed himself? Because he thought he's the most senior officer in the party. Why are we behaving as if we don't want to obey the law? We can't just come and want to hijack the party from nowhere.
God's Power.
Aaron Chukwemeka was the acting chairman because it was the NWC that gave him that authority.
God's Power, what does the law say? What does the law of the PDP say about this situation? Let's hear your what does the law say?
As it stands now, the law is that Chukwemeka Aaron is the party chairman of Rivers State. As it stands today. Last time when they had meeting at the National Secretariat, Aaron was there. Where was Ewor? Is he recognized by the national? Why are we behaving like this? Why are we turning everything in Rivers State into politics? We should try and follow the law and stop all these radicalities.
All right.
It's not helping us.
Okay, he says that is what the law says. My guest will respond. Isaiah and Buguma, let's hear you. Good morning.
Andrew, good morning. It's laughable to hear from the greet my able party chairman, Monta. Is it when you hear people who do not have respect for the law? You know, this is how a party that is guided by constitution. Go to churches. Churches are guided by the different constitutions. That is why you see they tell you they have their document in every church. And when you come to the PDP document, it talks about the constitution. It is this what the constitution recognizes and talks about.
Unfortunately, I think your service providers interrupted that conversation. Eddie from Port Harcourt, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Okay, good morning to your speaker on the station and the chairman, acting chairman said. Okay, my question is very simple. I want to kind of look at the NEC and also the constitution of who is the acting chairman because I'm a member of PDP. If eventually you, as the acting chairman by the constitution, you say, are you going to look at set-up committee for those who play anti-party across the board from wards to local government to states? Peradventure, okay, if sincerely the executive governors from the 2023 to 2024 you said for general election, if by any virtue or any confirmation or regards to the general election, the petition and the election that brought the governor of the state will also play the role part of the anti-party. Will you also spare the governor from the party? That's number one. Then if, again, all the local government, like the somebody has said, all the local government councillors and other stakeholders from the World Party are not represented by the PDP, and they also play anti-party, what will be your action if the NEC and the constitution of PDP say that everybody that do anti-party should be expelled or suspended from the party?
All right, Eddie.
What will be his take, as you say you're acting?
All right, Eddie.
Chairman?
But then, thank you, Eddie. I don't know. The council chairman, I think they left the PDP and joined the APP, and under that party conducted their elections, unless I am wrong. If that's the case, well, my guest will let us know if that amounts to anti-party. You heard some of the questions. Chima is in room Okuta. Let's hear his question as well before we come over to my... Chima, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Femi.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, I greet your guest at the studio there. Mr. Femi, it's quite unfortunate that I would want to say that you people at the media are one of the people that always precipitate a problem in our political terrain. Because if you could address Ewor there at the studio as PDP acting chairman, then if Aaron Chikomeka happens to come to your studio, what will you address him as?
If he comes to the studio, would address him according to what the PDP says he is.
So what did the PDP say he is now?
When that time comes.
Chikomeka is the one that represents River State PDP at the national, which you saw him do in the national television there. And besides, the election they got where they're talking about is a court of first instance. That matter, I think now by now, is supposed to be appealed. And before then, a state high court lacks jurisdiction to look into party issue as it relates to congresses. Now let us go to the matter at hand I want to talk about now. If we talk about this to one week, as one of the people causing high court make problem in River State this thing, according to him. Now what we're talking about now is that what then happened to the governor of River State that instigated or perpetrated people that took PDP as a party to court. Because he's going to say he wasn't the one, but he knew about it. Those people that think that what are they? Are they not anti-party? Are they not anti-PDP? Because before you will take a party to court, you have to harness every other means of setting the party in between. So them that went to court, what would they call them?
All right, Chima, your point noted. If what you're saying it is, then every member of the PDP would be involved in anti-party because Damago went to court. With the current situation with the national secretary, there are many, they're already in court. Then that would be, I'm pretty sure there's a thin line between, I'm not a member of the PDP, but common sense would say to me that you cannot say a person is anti-party because he went to court. A person can go to court with the party constitution and look at that to say, we need interpretation, resolve this matter. That's the essence of the court. So anybody from anywhere, if tomorrow anybody will come out and say, because the FCT minister or whoever went to court, that's why they would be removed from the party, that's tagged anti-party, I'm pretty sure that would not be received very well. People have a right to go to courts. Beyond that, every other question, my guest would respond. We'll just take two more calls, if we can, Susie and Leighton Barry. So let's go, Susie in Erema. Quickly, let's start with you. Good morning.
Yeah, well, I think it will be very, very wrong for your guest to have stated that the standard in PDP is that, and he read out those standards, how Ewor was removed, how Uche Sekondo was removed, and all of that. And for me, I want to say, like somebody mentioned, court of first instance. And to my own understanding, this matter has been appealed. And your guest actually asserted in his position that the moment a court gave a judgment or that a matter is appealed, everybody should keep go to that particular situation. Has your guest now also giving position or priority to the appeal made by Aaron Chikomeka? Has also your guest also understand that there are several pretrials of cases as regarding to Martin Samehule, because he said they are no longer members of the PDP. That Martin Samehule has gotten judgment back to back by the appeal court, making him and calling him the authentic Speaker of the River State Assembly. Have they also obeyed with their government? And at the same time, was your guest also in the PDP Congress at the time that they said they are not going to do party again and they are going to be doing a movement? So this extent, I guest actually contradicted himself in the position of the fact that he is the PDP chairman in Rivers State. Why they are running a movement and then claiming to be the chairman of PDP in Rivers State.
All right, Susie, quickly.
Even there are meetings that are held in Abuja and all of that. And your guest cannot say that they will actually want to go and they suspend the scarcity minister because in the 2024 election, your guest did not even vote for Atiku, did not even campaign for Atiku. So from where will he now stand in the moral ground to say that?
All right, Susie, thank you very much. Let's go to Leighton Barry quickly. Leighton Barry, keep it short so we can wrap up.
Good morning, Ifemi Andrew.
Good morning, Leighton Barry from Bori. Go on.
Thank you. Ifemi, this whole issue of PDP having cases in courts, the magnitude of cases they have in court is becoming something else. I just want to see from this other side, which I will advise our guests in the studio. Is it possible to avoid also anarchy, misunderstanding from both sides, the former governor of Rivers State and the present governor of Rivers State, that I will advise you to also advise the governor of Rivers State to take this stand that since he has gotten the number of persons he wants from all the LGAs, why can't he look for a responsible party, a party that he can hold on to, just like what Senator Magnus Abe did when the APC was so comfortable for him. Senator Magnus Abe decided to go to SDP.
All right, Leighton Barry.
Capacity.
Question noted. Let's go quickly to my guest. You heard the questions. If you want to start with the last one going, it's up to you. But let's get your response in under 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. Virtually all of them, their question point to nearly the same direction. First, let me address the issue of council election that APP won. The state, Rivers State, is a sovereign state in Nigeria. Nigeria is a federation with federating units. Rivers State is one of the federating units. The state have powers to conduct local government election. At the point the state conducted local government election, Aaron Chukwuemeka was in charge of PDP. He pulled the PDP out of the election. And because PDP pulled out of the election doesn't mean the election wouldn't hold. Tony Okocha was in charge, was the chairman of APC then. He pulled APC out of the election. The fact that the two parties pulled out of the election does not invalidate the fact that the election will not hold. Other parties, we have about 18 political parties that contested that election. Elections have been won and winners emerge. They have been sworn in. Whether they are APP, whether they are ACN, whether they are DCN, local government election have come and gone. People have won. As to the question of court, I said it over and over, and I will say it again. This is not the first time the court is ruling on leadership of PDP. Who masterminded the court case against Chief Godfrey Aki? It was the FCT minister. He was the sole beneficiary. When Chief G.U. Ake was removed, the FCT minister did not even allow him to go on appeal. He went ahead to remove, he went to court against Alimodu Sheriff. Alimodu Sheriff did not even allow him to go on appeal. Followed by Chief Prince Uche Secondus. Prince Uche Secondus was removed. The FCT minister was beneficiary of virtually all these cases in PDP. He benefited from all. But today, because it is his person, the same court that ruled, that removed others, they are now saying it's not necessary. The Chief G.U. go to appeal, no. Prince Uche Secondu, did he go to... Okay, recently, Iyocha Ayu. Iyocha Ayu was removed by a court. And Damagu...
All right, Honorable Ewor, I think we got the point. We have to wrap up here. We are already out of time. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Aaron